João Pedro to Chelsea. Here we go. The story revealed in the recent days on Chelsea working hard on a deal to sign the Brazilian striker from Brighton is now a done deal. This morning was telling you how Chelsea decided to advance very strong for João Pedro after signing Bino Gittens, and so one more signing, Bino Gittens completed his medical and his new Chelsea player from Borussia Dortmund, and now João Pedro ready to undergo medical test in Brazil. Then early next week he will travel to join Enzo Maresca squad at the FIFA Club World Cup. So all ready for João Pedro, who will sign a contract till June 2032 at Chelsea. He only wanted Chelsea despite efforts from Newcastle to get the player, and so everything is done. £50 million in excess of this will be the final transfer fee for the deal. João Pedro to Chelsea, story confirmed, and it's a here we go. Tammy Abraham to Besiktas. Here we go. Deal agreed for the English striker to leave Roma on permanent transfer and join Turkish Super League side Besiktas. The contract is agreed. The paperwork is now being prepared. Tammy Abraham will fly to Istanbul very soon. The transfer fee will start from 15 million euros up to 20 million euros. And also included one more excellent addition for Besiktas. Tammy Abraham is a here we go. Big tension between Sporting and Viktor Gyökeres over the future of the Swedish striker. The president of Sporting today announced that he has no intention to respect and accept the pact made 1 year ago to sell Gyökeres this summer for 60 million euros plus 10 in advance. He wants more than this to let the player go. Meanwhile, Gyökeres is ready to answer with a very strong position. Gyökeres doesn't want to return to training, doesn't want to play for Sporting anymore. He feels betrayed and said about the situation. Gyökeres wants the pact to be respected, leaving this summer for 60 million euros plus 10 in advance as promised 1 year ago by the former director Hugo Viana. So big tension ongoing between Sporting and Gyökeres. What's sure is that the player wants to leave, wants to go, and for sure a saga to follow again in the next days and weeks. John Duran to Fenerbahce. Here we go. Agreement done for the Colombian striker to leave Al Nassr and join Fenerbahce on loan deal with full salary covered. Everything agreed between parties. The player will be in Istanbul with his agent and with Fenerbahce director Devin Ozek in the next hours today. So everything agreed. New striker for Jose Mourinho. An ambitious move for Fenerbahce. The former Aston Villa striker John Duran is coming to the club. Here we go. Many rumors on the future of Leo Messi, but the official message coming from Inter Miami and from the sources of the club is very clear. The intention of Inter Miami and Leo Messi is to continue together also beyond the end of 2025, when the current contract of Leo Messi at Inter Miami will formally expire. Very clear intention from club side to continue with Messi, to build around Messi, to add new players to the squad in the future, and obviously to have Leo Messi as a superstar of the club and symbol of their project. At the same time, messages also from Leo Messi's camp go in the same direction. Messi and Inter Miami are on the same page with the right mindset to make things happen together and continue together for the future. Let's wait for the next steps in these conversations, but the intention of Messi and Inter Miami is to continue together. Jonathan David to Juventus. Here we go. Deal done for the Canadian striker who leaves Lille as a free agent and decides to join Juventus despite several approaches. Now deal done for Jonathan David to become a new Juve player. Verbal agreement in place, long-term contract for Jonathan David, and now club already working on medical test set to be booked very soon. Agreement done, new striker for Juventus, Jonathan David is coming. Here we go. Nico Williams is not going to Barcelona. Nico Williams signs new contract at Athletic Club, continuing in Bilbao until June 2035. 10 years of contract at the club with an increased salary over 10 million euros net per season, with an increased release clause now close to 100 million euros compared to the 58 for the previous contract. And so Nico Williams decides to stay at the club, not going to Barcelona despite an agreement in principle on personal terms. What happened is that Nico Williams and his agent were asking for guarantees on the registration of the player, guarantees in in paper, guarantees in a contract, also with an eventual release clause in case Barca couldn't register the player, but Barcelona didn't accept those conditions, said no to those details, and so this is why the deal collapsed with Barca. Nico loves Athletic, decided to continue at Bilbao and sign new contract at the club. Noni Madueke has reached an agreement with Arsenal over personal terms. The contract is ready, the salary is also agreed. Noni Madueke says yes to Arsenal project as exclusively revealed last week and confirmed today. Now we can say that Madueke is ready to join Mikel Arteta's project at Arsenal. Then there are the two clubs discussing. Now Arsenal and Chelsea ready to open talks. There is still no official bid as of today, but in the next days this story for Madueke can develop for sure. Chelsea are aware of Arsenal in agreement with the player, and now depends on the two clubs to proceed in the negotiations for the winger to leave Chelsea and stay in London, joining Arsenal. Kyle Walker to Burnley. Here we go. Agreement done for the English right back to leave Manchester City after he returned from AC Milan loan and join Burnley in Premier League. 2-year contract for Kyle Walker, who already completed first part of medical test. £5 million transfer fee in case Burnley will stay in Premier League, so avoiding relegation, and also in case Kyle Walker reaches 70% of the games with Burnley. So some specific conditions to reach this package, £5 million, but the deal is agreed, is done. Kyle Walker to Burnley is a here we go. Arsenal are closing in on a deal to sign Viktor Gyökeres with an agreement very close with Sporting and deal done with the player for a long-term contract. A breakthrough in talks is getting really closer for Viktor Gyökeres to become new Arsenal striker. The here we go can come very soon because Arsenal made progress in talks with Sporting for Viktor Gyökeres with direct contacts over the last 24-48 hours, and so Arsenal advancing in conversations club to club. Gyökeres told Sporting that he has an agreement with Arsenal. He only wants to go to Arsenal and he will not show up for training anymore. So Gyökeres is ready. He wants to go to Arsenal. His desire is very clear. The contract is ready, and now club to club the agreement is getting closer. Viktor Gyökeres to Arsenal could be a here we go very soon.